Hey y'all, it's Anime Kim, and today I'm going to be giving y'all a review of episode 9. And I gotta say, this episode was pretty darn fine because I felt even though this episode showed off Yuki to be a fucking sack of shit that breaks the sacred bro code, and it disgusted me so much I can't call this boy Yuki anymore. I'm gonna call him now El Rata or The Rat. Comment down below what you want me to call him from now on. El Rata or The Rat. Because I ain't gonna call him Ratman, because Ratman from Gegeki no Gyataro is a boss sometimes, while this Yuki punk is a fucking snitch. Okay, but I digress. On the whole anger I have towards Yuki, this episode did well in making me feel those types of emotions, because at this point, this anime has made me appreciate Takia so much that anything done against Takia to dirty his name pisses me off. So that was good. And I mean that in a good way, narratively. If the writing in this anime was bad, I wouldn't have felt jack shit and I've been like, oh, okay, a betrayal. But no, I was legitimately angry. If any of y'all see my live reaction, I literally had some emotions of anger. So props to the episode for that on the story and character standpoint. It really made me feel emotional. And aside from that, from a character standpoint, I think they did Yuki justice, because some people, when they're jealous and they have a crush on someone and that someone likes their other friend, at times, yes, a friend might do something to harm a friend, and that includes snitching on that standpoint. And some people will take that approach. So I thought from that standpoint, it made Yuki feel like a natural character. A natural sack of shit, but a natural character. And, I mean, I guess he did own up to it, and he pretty much blamed himself, Yuki, for it. And then he did take the punch like Takia like a champ. I'd say the only thing that is like, the only thing that kind of made me chuckle a bit was when Yuki afterwards was all over fucking Takia's dick. I'm not saying literally, but figuratively. He's like, oh yeah, boss. And I'm like, oh my god, this sack of shit. But you know what? I like that. For the episode to make me feel that way, that was cool. And from a character standpoint, I mean, at least you see Yuki trying to mend things while you see Takia all serious. So it feels realistic, because Takia's not immediately accepting Yuki back. He's not immediately trusting. You can tell by the facial expressions of Takia, like Yuki's gonna have to earn that shit back. So I like that too. Makes the anime feel much more dynamic when it comes to character relationships. And I like how it shows Takia's maturity too. Like how he's able to comprehend the situation. And then in the sequences too, where when it comes to Yuki, he only punched him once, and that's it. Had he been an individual that wouldn't have been as mature, he would have literally beat the living snot out of Yuki until he was knocked the fuck out. So I like that. It makes Takia cool in a way, because he isn't just a physical beast. He's also quite intelligent and in control of his emotions fully. So that's what I also liked about this episode. And in addition to that, I also like how Mitsuki shows up how much he cares for his students. Because I like how at first she tries to teach Takia a lesson where he shouldn't really trust people, just because when she tried to put up the point that, I mean, she might have a motive because she liked Takia in the past and all of that. And she could have been the one that snitched. And then later on we find out that Mitsuki didn't snitch and she mentions it. But I kind of like that sequence, because it kind of was a lesson towards Takia that even though, yes, Mitsuki didn't betray, Mitsuki's pretty much showing Takia, don't just trust things at face value. You gotta analyze the situation. And I like how that, in a way, it was subtle foreshadowing for Yuki's betrayal. Because, hey, at least me as a viewer, I trusted Yuki until it revealed that he's a fucking traitorous little bitch. So, yeah, this episode had like writing where it had something and then it rhymed towards another scene, and it just amplified it. And that little sequence where Mitsuki was having that talk with Takia, it amplified the sequence where Yuki comes out clean that he's the one that snitched and put the things about Mio's mare into the bulletin board in school. Well, that was also another cool thing about this episode. It shows you that the writers, they're making sure the script is on lockdown. They're thinking of everything. to the point where, oh yeah, and aside from getting some nice characterization for Yuki and Taki, and Mitsuki too, because she's even helping out look out for Mitsuki too, which also shows her maturity too, because it shows you her love for her students. Also like how it shows you Ryoshoji's not just sitting on his ass. Like later there were sequences where she was in pain, and then you see Ryoshoji walking by, which I always had a thought Ryoshoji was behind it, and then for it to kind of get revealed, I was like, shit. The thing is, we don't know the extent though, because for all we know, Mitsuki could either be mind controlled, or maybe Ryoshoji can control her consciousness, and he can just hear what's being said around her, and we have no idea. So that was also another cool fucking thing about this episode. The plot's advancing in subtle ways. And that's why I'd say from a character and story standpoint, this episode was phenomenal. And we get to see that Mio, she's actually smarter than she actually seems, because there's a moment where she was looking at this photo that had herself, and then Yutaki in the background, she was actually smiling, which shows up that somewhere in her heart, she still believes that Takia didn't snitch on her. So that was also sweet too. It shows you a bit more of Mio's maturity, and that's why I thought this episode was phenomenal from a character standpoint. As for animation, I thought it did the job, especially the sequence where Takia punched Yuki. Literally giving an extra point just for that. So it did the job. Art was pleasing, and there was a cool OST in the middle when they were searching for Mio. I liked that too. And taking all these factors into consideration, I'm gonna rate this episode an 8 out of 10 because I thought it was pretty darn good. So anyways, everyone, these are my thoughts on episode 9. Comment down your thoughts on the episode in the comment section below. Rate the video, subscribe, have a great and safe day, and I'll see you guys later if you subscribe for more, alright? Thank you all so much for watching, everyone. Subscribe, want to see more reviews and reactions, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.